Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifested Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot people. Say that every day, first line, and the reason I do that is I want to make it absolutely clear this is not your lollipops and rainbows kind of tarot reading. I've done tarot for over 20 years, astrology, numerology for over 50. Yes, that's 50. I have discovered that astrology and numerology are based on the science of cycles. And so, because of that, you can predict with a fair degree of accuracy from astrology and numerology. You cannot do that with tarot. I have never in my 20 plus years ever seen anybody to any serious degree predict anything with tarot. Tarot is the science of potential. In other words, you have a card or cards. With those cards, there's a frequency attached. There's an energy. I use 5. That's all I need. Anybody, I believe, who goes more than 10 really it's tarot fakery. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Focus, people. You don't need to throw more options at them. We have enough shit in our lives as it is. They could be the fog, they could be the UFOs, they could be the fires, they could be changing the economy, could be any number of things, and this is all happening on purpose to keep you distracted. So when you go to a tarot reader, or even frankly for that matter, a reader of astrology or numerology, they start to make it complicated, you know that they're faking. They're reaching out trying to get you to grab onto something. I don't do that. This is a time for focus. This is a time for laser beam vision. This is not a time for more distractions yet. So 5 cards combined give me a frequency. That frequency either resonates with you or it doesn't. Here's the truth. Out of 10 people, 1, maybe 2 out of the 10 will resonate with the reading. It will hit them on a soul level, an intellectual level, emotional level, whatever. The other 8 or 9, it's going to be, well, it's a nice read. I got some information. This is great. But, that's okay. That's normal. You feel differently every day. You feel differently sometimes from hour to hour. Sometimes minute to minute. Of course, that does make you a little bit psychotic, but that's a different discussion. Nevertheless, you're feeling things and the feelings fluctuate. So if you're one of the 8 or 9 people who do not resonate with reading, don't worry about it. I do a brand new reading every day, 365. Holidays not, doesn't make any difference. You're my priority. So if you don't get it today, you'll get it tomorrow, next week, next month. Don't worry. Eventually they're going to line up. When you line up with the frequency, take advantage of it. Remember, tarot, the science of potential. You can pass on that and say, nah, I don't want to do it. Okay, you passed on the potential. It moved you and you said, no, that's your choice. I would advise that you act on it in some way. Doesn't mean physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, whatever. Get engaged. And so that's why I keep it simple. By the end of the reading, which runs about 15 minutes, a little longer than what I would like it to, but I got a big mouth, I guess. Nevertheless, in that time, by the end of the reading, you should know clearly, precisely, concisely what the energy is, and you should know whether or not it applies. And that's the key. That's the important thing. I want to inspire you. Manifesting is the most powerful tool any human being has. In fact, your ability to manifest, given to you at birth, your ability to manifest is the one thing that keeps you ahead of robots, because robots can't do that yet. They're not prescient. They're not self-aware. We are. Although we live most of our lives like we're not, but that's a choice situation. Robots don't have that choice. They don't have the ability. We do. We can create pictures in our head. I don't want them from any damn computer or smartphone or any other bullshit or AI or all that crap. God, is this AI thing getting intrusive? God. I'm telling you, this thing's going to get out of hand. It already is, but it's going to get out of hand to the point where life as we know it is going to be a circus. But again, that's our choice. That's potential. That's the reason I do the tarot stuff, right? Quick reminder, because the people around me are on me every day about this. Please like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Helps with the algorithms, and that increases my reach, and that's important in terms of getting out the message. Serious tarot. These are not bullshit times. Well, they are bullshit times, but you know what I mean. It's not a time for the weak. And the new administration has stepped in. I'm giving them between now and July 4, 2026. July 4, 2026. July 4, 2026 is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Between now and July 4, 2026, I want to see them make life decidedly better, measurably better for the middle class and the poor in America. If they don't, then I think it's time that we go back in history to 1776. But they got roughly a year and a half, July 4th, 2026. Let's see what they give us. Does the Constitution become stronger? Do they resurrect the United States of America or not? Because I don't pay attention to words anymore. I pay attention to actions. So let's see what they can come up with. Pull out a rabbit out of their hat between now and July 4, 2026. Okay. Like, subscribe, share. Did I say that? Yeah, okay, good. So let's get to the reading. Middle card is the Oracle card. It is the card that sets the mood for the reading, and today it's Fork in the Road. Been a lot of those lately, huh? Well, that's life. Life is always changing. It's in flux, it's in flow, and you always have to make decisions. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? What do I do? And so that's the kind of energy being used today. Fork in the road. Number up in the left-hand corner is 1 and 3. 1 is beginnings. 3 is, from my point of view in terms of tarot, it's combining the energy of the mind, body, spirit. The human trinity. Mind, body, spirit. All those frequencies operating together in a unit. Most of the time, they're operating totally separate from one another, and that creates all the bullshit in our life. But now, this is the opportunity, if this is resonating with you, and even if it's not, it's just a good idea to practice anyway. Line up your energy for your mind, body, spirit. Get that human trinity in gear. It's important now because you have a fork in the road. You got to make a decision about something. It's a matrix choice, frankly. We all live in a matrix, but in fact, a bunch of matrices, actually. Your life at home is a certain matrix. Your life at work is a certain matrix. Your life at school is a certain matrix. Your life with your friends is a certain matrix, and they all kind of work together. And sometimes they don't work. There's a big overriding matrix, humanity. That's the one that we're fighting against right now because you have those master puppeteers who have been literally screwing with us for centuries. For centuries. And it's only now that they've developed the technology to be able to control the whole world. And they're in the process of doing that right now. In fact, I have read a story back a couple of days ago where the people at BlackRock are going to places like Los Angeles, urban areas, going house to house to get people to sell their property rights. They want to own everything. Altadena, just north of Pasadena, very nice little community, Altadena, destroyed in the fires. They now have passed an ordinance to where you are not locked into one-family homes. They want to put up high-rises. And the governor there, if you can call him that, says, okay, fine, that's great. So what they're doing is they are literally making Altadena, and they're going to make a whole bunch of other places like that, like Taiwan. Tons of high-rise apartments, people living in little cubby holes. No more single families. No more the American dream. And the people who are behind it are BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, the puppeteers. They want everything. And in fact, 2028, they're having the Olympics, I guess, in Los Angeles, and they had said back a year or two ago that they were going to make it a 15-minute city presentation. Guess what? When you burn the place down, it's a lot easier to build a 15-minute city, isn't it? Just saying. So let's get to it. The matrix choice. We begin with this this idea here, the meme for today. There are far too many people in the world that don't know that they're the bad guy. Now, out and out, not necessarily doing bad things, but choosing not to do good things makes you the bad guy. And there are far too many people in the world who don't know that they're the bad guy. That's the problem. And the good guys up to this point haven't done a hell of a lot to change it. That's the matrix choice. That's the fork in the road. We begin all the way to the left. We have the Ace of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas, beliefs. Ace of Swords talks about mental strength, thinking clearly, honesty, and most especially with it being the Ace of Swords, breakthroughs. The breakthrough may be that you are the bad guy, or contributing to same by doing nothing. Doing nothing is the same thing as voting yes for whatever is going on. You're acquiescing. That makes you the bad guy. The people who see bad things being done, and if not buying in, which would be the Milgram experiment, and that's something we can get into another time, but if not buying in, just observing bad stuff going on and doing nothing. Think back in history. How many times good people, or supposedly good people, could have made a big difference by just getting involved? And it doesn't take a whole lot of people. But it goes back to the meme. There are far too many people in the world that don't realize they're the bad guy. You're not helping to make things better. Because when you help things being better, and honest better for other people, you're helping yourself. And that's what the Three of Swords is. We got the Ace of Swords and the Three of Swords next to it, and the Three of Swords is in reverse, meaning you're doing some thinking. How have I contributed to this shithole that we call Earth? How have I done this? There are more and more people thinking this way. And what's pushing them to that idea is all the bull crap going on. I mean, it never ends. One disaster after another disaster after another disaster after another disaster. At what point do you wake up and go, holy shit, what's going on here? Well, people are starting to do that. And part of it is that Ace of Swords energy, which leads us to the reverse of the Three of Swords, being stabbed in the back. You realize that by not standing up for good for everyone, you end up screwing yourself. Because if they can do it to somebody else, sure as hell, you're on their list and you will be next. History shows us that. Next card is the Five of Pentacles. Pentacles are things that we value, our value system. It's not money, it's not cars, it's not houses, it's not fame, or it's not any of that crap that we're sold. Much more important, it's joy, it's happiness, friendship, love, peace. Whew. How would you like your life to be peaceful? This guy's not experiencing that at all. And in fact, this is the reverse of the Five of Pentacles, meaning there's a lot of stuff going on within most of us today. We got the reverse Three of Swords, we got the reverse Five of Pentacles. We are doing so much thinking and reevaluating. Why does the world suck? What have I contributed to it? Maybe not anything specific, but just by my negligence, what have I contributed to this dystopian shithole? People are working that through. Final card is the Knight of Swords. The knights always bring gifts. Swords are thoughts, ideas. The knight brings incisiveness, intelligence, acting with certainty. You are going to come to a point where you get it. And you say to yourself, you know what? I can't just sit back and watch. I can't sit back and watch anymore. I can't. Because I'm hurting myself along with people, fellow human beings. I get it now. I make the connection. If they piss on them, they're going to piss on me. And buying a raincoat ain't going to make it better. I think that's where we're at. That's the energy here. The matrix choice, the fork in the road, deciding we got to change the game. And where I can begin is with me. I hope you take that message to heart. That's the Tarot Manifesting reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another. Between now and the next time you and I get together and talk tarot, hope it's tomorrow. Peace and blessings.